All right, what's up, everyone? So we are on video number 3, getting through our level 100 EliteFour rerun series. We're going to be using the same team that we have previously. No changes. If you'd like to see them, I'll go ahead and post. I'll post a photo or a screenshot of the team and everything you need for them: EVs, IVs, things like that, and then we'll go from there. But just a quick overview, if this is your first time watching this in the series, the moves are pretty essential. You can't really deviate from the moves at all. We'll start with our tanks. We have 2 separate groups here. We have our front line, or our tanks, and then we have our carries. So the carries or the tanks are all going to have choice scarfs, and the moves are going to be pretty similar in only 2 aspects. One, they're all going to have trick on our tanks, and they're all going to have stealth rock. Okay, now I like taking protect and soft boiled on Blissey because she's going to be first on my party, and she can really probe for moves with protect, so you're able to see what's coming ahead of time. That's really valuable information to have because 1, it'll keep her alive, and then 2, you know which carry to swap out to. Okay, so I do take Thunder Punch and Earthquake on my 2 metas. These metas are not designated to carry. Okay, that's not their goal. If they can sneak a kill off, like a 2-hit knockout with Thunder Punch or Earthquake, sure. But these are mostly in case of emergency, in case your carries somehow all die. Okay, but you typically don't want to be killing anything with a Metagross, because if you start using Thunder Punch or Earthquake, you're not going to be able to do your Stealth Rock trick method. Okay, the carries, we have Chandelure, who has a Fire, Grass, and Ghost type for spread or coverage on the moves. I would avoid using Energy Ball unless it's super effective. That's just me though. Next we have Poliwrath, who has excellent coverage with Ice Punch, Earthquake, and Drain Punch. And then we have Excadrill, which only has 2 attacks, Iron Head and Earthquake, which should be more than enough. Okay, you'll notice that all 3 of our carries have some sort of buff attack, or buff move, status changing buff move. Calm Mind, Belly Drum, Swords Dance. This is why we're making these the carry. And then most of their items, if not all of them, are going to be purely defensive. Okay, so we have the air balloons on Chandelure and Excadrill, which prevents them from being targeted by Earthquake. And then we have the Agua Berry for Poliwrath. So when he uses Belly Drum and gets low, the berry kicks in and gets him back up. The Agua Berry is... You have to make sure that your Pokemon likes the taste, because if not, it's going to get confused. So make sure you do your research on your Poliwrath. If you don't use this, if you can't use an Agua Berry without confusion, you can use a Citrus Berry. That works too, I guess. Okay, so let's get this on. I think I have everything ready. Do I have a coin? Let me see if I have a coin or not. Okay, I have 3 coins, so we can go ahead and move forward. We are doing the Hoenn EliteFour rerun. Let's get it. Starting off with the Gyarados. I think it's going to use Aqua Tail. They might swap out. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use Trick. Alright, it's Aqua Tail. Faster than my Blissey, no less. So this is going to force the Choice Scarf onto the Gyarados. Oh, I had a Life Orb, that's right. So it shouldn't kill me on the second hit. So now whichever attack the Gyarados uses now, it's locked into use for the rest of the match, or until swapped out. So next we're going to use Stealth Rock. Alright, there's the swap into an Absol that knows close combat. Stealth Rock must be used second, no matter what. Even if this Chansey dies, Blissey dies, you have to use Stealth Rock. For this strat to work, Stealth Rock needs to be in play. Next, we're going to use Protect, so we can see what move Absol's going to use, but I already have an idea that it's going to be Close Combat. There's the Close Combat. They only have 8 Close Combats. Keep that in mind, because you don't want to get Struggle hit. So next, we're going to use the Chandelure. I'm probably going to take Struggle damage, if I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to use Close Combat again. And now it's going to use a different attack. Okay, why this is important is because if I were to swap to the Metagross immediately, then it would have taken the Close Combat hit, and I don't want it to take that hit. Because it would have been super effective, or at least it would have dealt some good damage. So it's probably going to use like a Psychic move. Psychic Physical, so this isn't even going to scratch it. Yeah. We know it has a Life Orb, so let's use Trick. Give it the Choice Scarf. It's probably going to use Close Combat here. Alright, so it used Close Combat, so now it's locked into a fighting move. Because it's locked into a fighting move, we're going to switch over to our Ghost-type Pokemon, who's not affected. Alright, so now we are going to, first, I'm going to use my X-Speed. It probably has 2 or 3 more, and then it's going to start to struggle. We need to be really careful in this situation because, 1, we're going to lose our balloon here when you use the struggle. And then 2, we are going to possibly take damage that we don't need to take, or we don't want to take. Okay, so you need to get to at least +4 on the buffs. I'd recommend +5, but I don't want to tank extra struggle hits. So right now I'm at +3. I think I'm going to take struggle damage here. Yeah, there's a struggle. Now I can't use any other moves because it has a Choice Scarf, which is why it's used. Once it runs out of Close Combat PP, then it's going to have to struggle. Alright, so we're at +4. I'm not going to go to +5 because we just took 67 damage. So I don't want to take another hit like that. So we're going to use Flamethrower. This should one-tap it. And we have our carry out. Our carry is buffed. We're set to just sweep the team. So Stealth Rock is important because it takes damage. And because they take damage from Stealth Rock, any Focus Sash is not able to be utilized. Focus Sash prevents you from being one-hit knockout. But if you've taken damage from Stealth Rock, then you can't even be one-hit knocked out. Because you've already been hit by something. I think I should have went with Flamethrower. Okay, never mind, that's fine. So yeah, we just brushed through everything here. Like I said earlier, avoid using an energy ball unless it's super effective. If it's not, don't even bother. I know it says it's the same damage as Flamethrower, but for some reason, I'll like use it, and in an instance where Flamethrower normally one-taps someone, Energy Ball will not, so I don't even bother. Alright, so that was easy. Let's go ahead and heal up. Please use regular potions, don't use max potions or hyper potions or anything like that. You will waste a lot of HP, and in turn means you waste a lot of money. Because hyper potions are not cheap. And they have to be fully healed. You can't use a hyper potion that has 80 HP that it's missing and you're like, oh, I can move on to the next one. I wouldn't recommend that because there have been multiple instances where I live with 1 HP or 2 HP on my Blissey. So, yes. Alright, so Trick. Oh no, it one-tapped it. Feels bad, man. And it has Moxie, an ability. Life Orb. Yeah, Life Orb. One-tap the Blissey. It's annoying. Alright, so it's going to use Superpower again. It has my Choice Scarf. There's the Superpower. Swap over to our Ghost because Superpower is a fighting attack. This is why you start off with the Blissey. You bait. Most of these Pokemon that you're going to be going against have a fighting move of some sort. Or if it's like the Gyarados, it's going to swap. The AI will swap over to a Pokemon that does have a fighting attack. Alright, so we should be fine here. If the AI hasn't swapped out yet, I don't think it will. Excuse me. Alright, my +4/4. Go ahead and use an X speed. We use the X speed because we have to make sure that we are faster than our opponent. Our carries are extremely valuable here. And it's not as simple as, okay, my Chandelure died, let me just throw in one of my other 2 carries. That's not the way it works. So you have to make sure there's no instance where the opponent or the opposing Pokemon is faster than you, because a level 100 opposing Pokemon will likely one-tap you. Oh, I don't have Stealth Rock out. Oh no. I just saw that. And there's the Focus Sash. And then this dies. Oh, it's alive, barely. See what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. Like, you cannot forget it, and what did I do? I forgot it. Like, I'm so lucky I survived there. And quite frankly, I should swap out, if I'm going to be completely honest, because I know this thing has one too. I should swap out, but whatever. See? Focus Sash. Oh no, it just flat out lived. So this is why you need to do 5 times on the Calm Mind, but you know, mistakes happen. All right, so we're gonna have a neutral start here. All right, I can do. I'm gonna trick. We have to trick no matter what. God knows this thing knows Earth Power or some Earth move or fighting move. All right, Will-O-Wisp. That's not bad at all. Okay. Because now it's stuck doing Will-O-Wisp over and over and over again. So both of these use attack, so we don't want them burnt. So what I'm going to do is use a Revive on my Chandelure, which can't be burned anyway. Okay, it's swapped. Alright, so I am left with one more Pokemon that has a... I'm left with one more Pokemon that has a Choice Scarf. I can't use another item because then I'll hit my 3-item cap, and I need to use an X speed on Chandelure. So I thought this was going to go smoothly, but then I didn't have the Stealth Rocks out. So let me see if I can get Stealth Rock out here. Oh, nice. I got it. Alright, so if we get it tricked and it's stuck using Fire Blast, that's not a bad thing at all. So let's... No, I can't. Yeah, I can't swap. Even if it misses, I'm just going to attack. We can't afford to weaken this Metagross any more than it already is. So if I swap it out, it uses Flame Blast and or Fire Blast, and it one-taps my last Choice Scarf Pokemon, then I'm in trouble. So we're just gonna play it out. I'm glad these, like, normally it runs extreme. Like, if I had Stealth Rock out, my Chandelure would have wiped the team. But you know, it's not always gonna be perfect. So I'm glad that we're in a scenario where, you know, we have to adapt. So I'm gonna use Trick. Hopefully I live. So if I don't, I'm in trouble. And I died. Alright, now I'm in trouble. I might have to sack one of my carries here. And revive one of my All right, Life Orb, Leftovers, Choice Scarf. So it's the Blissey is the last one with the Choice Scarf. All right, this is gonna Ice Punch. Or do I Drain Punch? Drain Punch. Yeah, because I want to get hit here. Does this thing have a Choice Scarf? Am I getting trolled here? Because if this thing has a Choice Scarf, I might be able to... like, be okay here. Yeah, it might. I think this has a Choice Scarf on it, which is why it's only using Fire Blast. So we're going to use Belly Drum and do the strat with the Poliwhirl. Or Poliwrath. Alright. And then I just received, or I got HP back from the berry. Now I'm going to use my X speed. Okay, it's going to use Fire Blast again, because that's all it can do. And now I'm in a scenario where my Poliwrath can carry. So let's use Drain Punch to heal. It's not going to be much, but it's something. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it has 2 ghosts, which means Drain Punch doesn't help us here. We'll use Ice Punch, because I don't know if it has Levitate or not. So we'll use Ice Punch and hopefully it one-taps it. Alright, one-tapped. This is the closest I've been to losing, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. This is the closest I've been to losing. This should one-tap it. Even though it's a tank. Oh no, it's a tank. That's fine, he used Will-O-Wisp. Alright, so we got this one done. So if you ever go against a Hydreigon or whatever, it's going to have a Choice Scarf on it. That item won't really ever change. Okay, so that was close. It's going to take a lot of healing items though to get through this, but that's why we have... I usually start these runs with 10 revives. Where are my burn heals? Burn heal right there. Alright, next one. That was like really tricky. When all 3 tanks died and all I was left with were the carries, I was actually kind of worried. But we're good. Get Honkro like one-tapping my Blissey with Life Orb superpower was not... I didn't see that coming. I thought, like, it must have rolled high on the damage, because I really thought that it was going to live. Alright, so we'll use Trick. It's going to swap out to a fighting Pokemon. There you go. Alright, so now I have the Focus Sash, he has the Choice Scarf, or she has the Choice Scarf. Now I'm going to use Stealth Rock. No matter what it does, I should live, because I have a Choice Scarf, or the Focus Sash, sorry. Stealth Rock. So now it's stuck using Brock moves. I can throw out the Excadrill technically, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, it withdrew. I swapped. Alright, so this guy probably is going to use Hammer Arm, if I had to guess. Or Fire Punch, maybe. It might use Fire Punch now, or Earthquake. No, it won't use Earthquake. Alright, let's swap. We're going to use Trick again, because we have a new Pokemon out. Meteor Mash. It doesn't do anything to me. Okay. That's not good. Let's trick it. Last thing we need are buffs on the opponent's Pokemon. So it's going to be Earthquake. Please don't die. He died. Stupid Meteor Mash gave him AD. Alright, so we have Mienshao, Meta, Altaria, and it's using Earthquake right now. So let's do... We'll just do Chandelure. Alright, so we're going to go to +5 Calm Mind. It's not going to be able to affect me with Earthquake, because I have a balloon right now. Which is why I usually carry 10 to 15 balloons on me. Alright, so Stealth Rock's out. I'm going to be able to buff my Pokemon. This round should be done. because it probably has 16 earthquakes, so I don't take any struggle damage. I'll be done well before struggle damage comes into play. So in a perfect scenario, you're not going to ever really have too many Pokemon fainting on your side. You will have to sometimes sacrifice a Pokemon, but no, getting one tap by Earth or getting two tap Meteor Mash attack buff into Earthquake was not part of the plan. So if you guys have any questions, just please type them in the comment section. I don't mind getting them answered. If you have any suggestions, feel free. You know what I mean? I'm perfectly fine doing it like this. It does the job. Like, I've yet to lose to an level 100 E4. I think I lost the few first times that I did fight the E4 reruns back when they were level 80s, but I didn't have this team. I had a bunch of Pokemon that I thought were strong, and like, nah, they were not strong. Like IVs and EVs wise. Alright, so we'll use Fireball Flamethrower and just zoom through this. So usually how I do these is I'll pop a coin right before the last battle, and then immediately after that I'll just go straight into a gym rerun. Gonna use Energy Ball here because it's super effective. Watch, I'm gonna use Energy Ball here. Let's see if it lives. Okay, no, it died. What some of y'all may have noticed, the Calm Mind on Chandelure was getting quite low, so let's go ahead and use Alepa. Calm Mind is at 7. That's enough for one more. Moving on to the next one. I think it's Drake. Yeah. I actually like the Hoenn music, so I'm gonna turn it on for a little bit. Like, outside of Gen 2, because Gen 2 is my favorite generation, and it's mostly because of the music, the Hoenn, I don't even know what generation Hoenn is, but I really like the music in the Hoenn game. Alright, so we're gonna Trick. We should survive this close combat, even with a Life Orb. And we got one tapped. So annoying. So we're gonna Trick into Stealth Rock. I get Metagross is faster, but and some people will start with the meta, but maybe I'll try another run where I start off with a meta. Bad roll on the damage. I have to get Stealth Rock out. God knows if they don't have a Life Orb, they're gonna have Focus Sashes. It's gonna struggle damage me. It did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's on 5. It's number 6. So I have 2 more turns. So I'll be at +4/+4. I am gonna take the extra struggle damage to get to +5 because I cannot afford a mistake. Since I got 1 tapped. I have 1 more Pokemon with Choice Scarf in case of emergency, but there's a struggle. It might even kill itself from struggle. That was 70, 72. So I can only take 3 more. Alright, I'm at +4. Gotta do it again. Dude, this is so annoying. Like, if I... Like, I don't even think I risk it here. Like, I think I will die if I don't. I can't even risk it. Like, I did the calculation, I would survive with like 2 HP, but I'm not even gonna risk it. Like, there's a chance where there's gonna be a poke. I don't have my +2 speed, so there's a chance that I will not be faster than all Drake's Pokemon. Like, there's a way that that's gonna happen, and I may die. I would not, like, I'm being forced to adapt here, which is great. It's great for the video. You guys can see it's not always going to be perfect, but you really don't want to not use that +2 speed. Like, you want to use the X speed. God knows this thing might be faster than me. Okay, it's not. All right, we're live. It's actually kind of a hard run. Blissey getting one-tapped is just not the play. There's no point of me having Blissey out there if it's just gonna get one-tapped. So, but I like that. I like having Blissey out there because the AI might immediately swap if they don't have the correct Pokemon out first. Okay. I get to pop the coin before going to zero, right? Yes, I do. Okay. Alright, let's pop the coin. Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba. Alright, I think there's a swap here. I think this is gonna be a swap. Alright, Gardevoir, which probably knows Focus Blast. It takes my healer, I don't care. Stealth Rock next. Okay, it used Psyshock. Alright, so with Psyshock, it's gonna be... Obviously, you can't put Chandelure out there, it's gonna die. You can't put Poliwrath out there, it's gonna die. You can put Excadrill. I'm gonna protect, see what happens. You can also put out Metagross. So I'm going to... Let me throw out the Excadrill. Let me see if I can just get it over with. Mold Breaker. It's not ideal here. So it's faster than I am too. So I need to pop a 2x speed. This is not ideal in the slightest because I die in three hits. So the correct play there would be to swap out to the Metagross 100%. Like, I killed it, which is cool, but now I'm like stuck. I'm not gonna keep this Excadrill and sack it. No shot. Because even with that much HP, there's still a chance where if the opponent... actually, I don't even have a balloon on him anymore. So... Alright, so what do I have on this Pokemon? I have a Life Orb. Slop World. Okay, so... Like, if I were to trick and lock the Melodic into Toxic, then I could whip out Excadrill. And I'd have been fine. And even with that much HP, you'd be okay. Alright, so we're gonna swap to do trick again. Okay, this is not a bad thing. If we lock it into trick here, we're gonna throw out the Polywraith, and then we're set. So we're gonna trick. Hopefully use a Scald again. Scald. Nice. Okay. So now we throw in the Polywraith because Polywraith has Water Absorb. And Melodic is using Scald. So next, we're gonna Belly Drum. Damn it, swapped. This Togekiss probably knows a Psychic move. Or does he use Fly? Regardless, Togekiss is definitely faster than I am, so. Oh, no, it's not. Let's go. Let's go. Get wrecked. Nice. No more full HP. We still have our berry. Do I plus 2 speed here? No, let's not. I should have. See if I live here. Nope. God, that's so annoying, man. So annoying. What does this thing have? Rocky helmet. Is it? Does it have? If this has a choice scarf, then. Is it doing it again? Dude, this thing might have a choice scarf. This thing may have a choice scarf, so let's throw Chandelure out, and if it's locked in the leaf blade, we should be fine. Alright, so we're gonna use ×2 speed. Leaf blade. Leaf storm, okay. Alright, Calm Mind. We don't have Trick active on the Roserade, so this is very risky and I wouldn't recommend doing this. You don't want to buff your carries whilst you're against a Pokemon that does not have Trick or a Sash. However, I think this Pokemon only knows grass moves, so, and its special attack is down by -6, so we can afford to buff Chandelure at least to like +4. Oh my god, I didn't Lepa beforehand. I'm telling you, man, everything that could be going wrong is going wrong. Before each battle, see, I went straight for the A coin, like the amulet coin. I didn't even bother checking Lepas or anything. Make sure you check everything, make sure all your Pokemon are healed. If Chandelure is going to be your primary carry like it is me, make sure that the Calm Mind has adequate PP for the next battle. Alright, I really don't want to get crit hit and die. So I'm going to stop at +4. Because I know for a fact I have an attack that can beat Melodic. Okay, it's struggling, so that fucking guy has Choice Scarf. Like, absolutely it does. Alright, so I'm at +4. Flamethrower, let's win it from here. Not a clean run in the slightest, but it's a completed run nonetheless. Oh my god, dude. Aqua Jet. You're fucking trolling me. You are fucking trolling me, dude. 2 items remaining. Okay, so I'm still in this. I'm getting so trolled right now. This guy still have his balloon? He doesn't. Motherfucker. I can't use a balloon outside of battle. I am getting aggravated. I'm being aggravated. That's the correct term. I'm being aggravated. I have to use revives. Like I gotta bring people back. None of them have choice scarfs anymore. There's nothing for me to really do. I have to just bring back the carries. No one has a choice scarf anymore for me to swap out to. All right, who's my fastest out of the ones remaining? Obviously, if one of these had their balloons, I'd be fine. So 239, 275, 284. Oh man, no, I can't use Chandelure because it's just gonna Aqua Jet. I can't use Exidro, it's just gonna Aqua Jet. I have to hope that this fucker is faster and Drain Punch lands. Alright. Alright. Winnable? Question mark? Kind of winnable? Question mark? Can't use any more items. God. Somehow, maybe winnable. This fucker knows Thunder. Do I troll it and throw out Excadrill? Do I troll it and use Excadrill? Let's fucking do it. What are you gonna use, Cuck? Thunderbolt. Yep. Go fuck yourself. No! Oh man, my mouse moved to the side. Oh my god. I moved my mouse over to the side too. Oh my god. I'm triggered, man. I'm being aggravated so much. I knew it was gonna Scald. I'm Scald baiting so I can heal. It's gonna use Thunderbolt. My special defense is not good at all. Oh, please one tap this dumb fucking fish. And of course it didn't. Okay, there goes the berry. This is the hardest one I've ever had to do. Like every E4 battle I've done so far is so smooth and easy. It's absurd. I don't know what I'm dealing with here, so I'm gonna swap. Toxic. Okay. It's gonna use Scald next or some sort of water attack next, so I'm gonna throw in the Poly. Oh, I hope it doesn't use Psychic or have some Psychic move. I'd be boned. Toxic. It has a Choice Scarf. Am I getting punked? Oh, it has Choice Scarf. Okay, this is over then. Alright, this is over. Man. Oh yeah, it has the Choice Scarf I gave it from earlier. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, this is over. This is over. Whew. Whew. Oh man. That was something else. Well, this motherfucker was almost close enough to beat me, but didn't. Okay, that's enough of the music. Alright, can't think of a more sloppy way to win that, but, you know, we figured it out and we gotta win. This is why Trick is still really good. Because, yeah, Wallace can swap out all he wants, but I still got 3 of his Pokemon with Choice Scarfs. So, 100k for that, 2k battle points. It is over. Let me reflect back and see what I could have done better there. I know where it all started. It all started when he had the Gardevoir out, and it was using that Psychic move. And rather than me throwing out the Metagross, I threw out Excadrill, which popped his balloon. So when I locked the Metagross in the Earthquake. I locked one of his Pokemon in the Earthquake. Let me check. So when I locked his Empoleon into Earthquake, I could have thrown out the Excadrill, buffed it up, killed the Empoleon, and then gone from there. But because I didn't swap to Metagross, who is resistant to Psychic, and I'm an idiot because it's a tank, I swapped out to the carry thinking it could survive long enough, which it clearly could not. So that is where I messed up. Okay? That's where I messed up. Alright, that's where I messed up, and I should have thrown out my tank instead. Alright, so that's what I should have done. Okay. Okay. And I can assure you, if I would have done that instead, this would have been much simpler. But, you know, I didn't, and that's what happens. So here's the 4x4 rocks plus Extra Sweep that you can run. I'll go ahead and post it on the screen right there. There you go. So let me zoom in for you. We have Metagross with Choice Scarf, Clear Body, Steel. Here's your EVs. And then you have the Nature, Jolly Nature, Jolly Nature. EVs are the same. For the IVs, you want HP 31, Defense 31, Special Defense 31, and Speed 31. You want that for all 4 of your tanks. Okay. Next, you want for your carry. Oh, here's the Blissey. It says to take Natural Cure. I don't have it. I should have. I would have survived the poison if I had it. I have a pill. I can just swap it out. Bold Nature for the Blissey. And the EVs focusing on HP and defense. As for the Excadrill, it's attack with speed and then barely anything. You can do defense or special defense, both work. Has to be adamant, has to have Mold Breaker. Okay. Poliwraith has to have Water Absorb, has to be adamant, and it has to have 31 HP. Your carries will all have 31 HP, 31 attack, special attack in Chandeler's case, 31 speed. That's what those have. Okay, you don't need to worry about defense at all with these. The items I already went over with the balloons, but yes, your Wrath needs to have Water Absorb. Your Chandelure needs to have Flash Fire, because if you have Chandelure Flash Fire, it's going to be resistant to Earth or ground attacks because it has a balloon. It's going to be resistant to fire attacks because it has Flash Fire, and it's going to be resistant to fire attacks. I mean, fighting attacks. So that's 3 attack. That's 3 that it's like resistance against. Poliwrath is resistant or doesn't get affected by water, so that's 4. And then Excadrill doesn't get affected by poison, which is 5. So you have some pretty decent coverage with this team. If you have any questions, please post. I'm glad that this run did not go perfect. I really am glad that we came up with some issues, because I'm not really a big fan of videos that like go perfectly, and then as soon as you watch the video, you do what they do, and then as soon as something goes wrong, you're like screwed because you don't know what to do, and the video doesn't explain it. So I am glad that I messed up there at the end, so that you can see, like, if you do mess up, it's still technically doable, but it's tricky. Okay, like, you have to adapt, you have to kind of be smart about it. And lastly, thank you for taking the time to watch the video. You guys take care, and I'll probably do Sinnoh next, and then Unova, and that'll conclude the E4 rerun series. So thank you.